Technology is not something to be feared. It's supposed to be embraced. And if you don't know it, that's okay, because you're going to live in what we call your stretch zone, where you're not too comfortable, but you're not so uncomfortable that you're willing to keep growing, because your stress zone is where you really don't know anything.
This is The Agent Goldmine, where you'll find real talk, shit talk, and ambition. We're here to build real businesses and be more than your average agent. We want to know what the killers are actually doing within their businesses, the reality of it. All tactical, no fluff. So we're here to find out. Please share and enjoy.
Welcome back to The Agent Goldmine. Best time of your life. Greg McDaniel in the house today. He is the man, the myth, and the legend. Guys, if you have not heard him online, you're living under a rock. This guy hosts the Real Estate Uncensored podcast. You also need to go to his Instagram, Greg McDaniel, REU, and check it out and see his face and see his dog. Super cool. But guys, Greg is out of the San Francisco Bay Area. He sells fancy homes to people out there. He is a calling machine, but he's just a machine in general. He's been an agent for 24 years and has closed way more deals than anyone who's listening to this. I guarantee it. So with that, Greg, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Shelby and Allie, two of my favorite ladies on God's green earth. I am so honored to be on this show. We have got a laundry list of topics you guys have thrown at me, and I cannot wait to see if I can answer all of them accurately and bring your clients and your listeners some value, because this is going to be fun.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Greg. And so you've previously done trainings for our crew on cold calling and you just being a calling machine in general. So this episode is going to be a little bit more techie, which technology is changing every single day. I actually just coming on the plane to this podcast, I was just scrolling through my Instagram and I started seeing ads for AI that can replicate you during cold calls. So I'm like, holy crap. I signed up for a call just to see like what it's going to be like. It's crazy that you can now like clone yourself and instead of you getting your feelings hurt when you're cold calling, a machine can do it and they won't have their feelings hurt. So, oh man. Anyway, but I want to talk about, just check tech in general. Where would you like to take this conversation? Where should we start within the tech umbrella?
Tech umbrella is something that it's a good topic, ladies, and I'm glad we're covering it today on your show. One of the things that most people are afraid of are innovation, something new. They want to stay in their safe space. They want to stay in their comfort zone, but a comfort zone will kill you ultimately. It's like you eat too many potato chips, or if you go for too many runs without a little bit of something else, you're going to fail in life. So if you stay in one spot, you're ultimately going to stay in that spot for life, or the rest of the world passes you over. So when it comes to that first statement, technology is not something to be feared. It's supposed to be embraced. And if you don't know it, that's okay, because you're going to live in what we call your stretch zone, where you're not too comfortable, but you're not so uncomfortable that you're willing to keep growing, because your stress zone is where you really don't know anything. And I just went through that myself with another tech project that I was working on. I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, how the heck do I do this? So when it comes to technology, it's going in my way, short form video and interactive, opportunities and communication vehicles, such as text messages, messaging on social media. But the thing that I do the most, and it's so frigging simple and nobody else does it, and Shelby, we've talked about it, Allie, you and I have talked about it, is when I send video text messages to a prospect or to a lead or someone that I found out and about. So a tech app that I brought up, that I was turned on to, is called Selftact. That's Selftact, Selftact. I think it's Tact T. Yes. Anyways, I'll get you guys the link on it. What it does is you can take a photograph of somebody with them at like an event or an open house or anything else. They'll fill in their information and they will geolocate exactly where you met them. So you can go back in there and be like, oh, that person. Oh, that's right, at that event. Oh my gosh, yes, I got to contact them. So that is something one of my favorite things, because then you can catalog everybody. Like, okay, I met Shelby, I met Allie, I met Bob, I met Stacy, I met Steve, I met Rebecca, all at the open houses. And then you can add in notes. So now have a visual representation of who they were and who they are with their email and phone number, because they want to have a conversation with you because they want something that you offer. Now you have all your information there.
Wait, I have a question. So
Yes, in the front. In the front.
thank you. Self-tact. Okay, so that sounds awesome. Is that like an app? Do you like overlay it with your CRM, or is this like a whole CRM in itself?
So good question.
Okay.
So is this little tab right here? Whoops, showing you the wrong one. This guy right here, Self-tact. So
Okay.
what you're going to
Black and
push it.
yellow, right? Black and yellow.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh,
So it
dude.
pops up like this, right? And then right down here is some of the people that I met, right? So I'm like, this person. Well, then it shows me, come here, on the map where I met them, so I can remember where I met them. But I have not played with it enough in regards to if it will interface. I believe it will, because I can email, I can SMS, I can call, I can schedule something on a calendar all through this app, and then basically use it as my communication thing. And they can put their own notes in there, because the guy I met at this Oktoberfest, he wrote in the notes, "Cool guy." That was his notes. So that is something, because we all can sit there at open houses and have people log in and everything else. I personally don't do that. I don't know. That's just not me. But for this, when you have a good conversation, hold on a second. Hold on. Quick selfie. Snap. Here, would you fill that in so I can follow up with you real quick? So I just want to keep your face with a name, know where I met you, so that I can make sure I have the right conversation with you. I've had nobody say no. They all see it as so cool and innovative. But I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome. Nick Sakis is the one who actually turned me on to this one, and it is freaking awesome.
What's even more awesome, I'm on the website now, which is selftact.com. It's free. This is cool.
Yeah, it's free.
And I guess you can also have backgrounds of images. So if you wanted to put like your logo on there, or a sponsor's logo or something like that, just some more branding. This is really cool. So
Yeah.
So do they have their own CRM? Because I'm reading here that you could let the app do the work of generating messages for you.
Yeah. No, again, I just started this 2 days ago, and that's what I'm sharing with it. I do not know everything about it, but I will tell you it's something to dive into and look into. Some people don't want to be on camera. That's fine. Respect that. Just take a photo of the back of their head when they walk away. Snap. There you go.
Back your head looks ridiculous.
I'm kidding. I do not condone stalking. Okay, I'm just joking.
Oh my god, Allie does. She's all about it.
I mean, I would do it. Okay.
She would totally do it. Greg, well, actually, Allie, do you have any more questions on this app? I have a question that's not about this app.
No, not at this time.
Okay, in the beginning, you were talking about your stretch zone and your stress zone, and you said you recently went through something like this, and we love story time. We were wondering if by chance you would share that story with us about what happened.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is very simple, but it stressed me out. And I've been told by someone who I truly love and appreciate, my girlfriend, and she looked at me one day because I was freaking out about doing something. She's like, "Greg, when you're trying to figure out something new in life, you have to think of the dumbest person you can ever think of who has achieved or conquered whatever goal or task you're trying to do, and say, well, that SOB can do it. I can definitely do it." So I then immediately thought of Shelby, and I'm like, okay, she can do this.
Oh my God, you're dead. That's fine. Okay, shots fired. It's going down, Greg.
No, in all seriousness, I thought about it. I'm like, okay, so if my nephew who's 15 now can figure this out with ease, I can definitely figure it out. And it was something just like shooting a new video on my phone, editing it through CapCut, taking the final product, downloading, and then uploading to YouTube all on my mobile, right? And I figured out how to finally do it, but it took me about an hour. And I know I'm like a grandpa when it comes to that, but I couldn't figure it out. So going back to when it comes to technology, don't be afraid of something you can't figure out, even if it's as simple as YouTube. Because guess what? Other people aren't going to take the time to figure it out. You're going to stand out, and it's not going to be perfect, boys and girls. You're going to screw up, but you did it. And that's what I love about tech. So when it frightens you, guess what? There's a great new website, brand new. You guys probably haven't heard of it yet. It's called YouTube. Put it in there. There's going to be a whole lot of information on how to do something without having to call and ask somebody. If you get the basics and then call somebody for additional help or refinement, that's fine. But now you have a base of knowledge. Most people, like myself in the beginning, I walked around with no base of knowledge because I just outsourced everything. And that hindered me because I could never go back and do it myself if someone else left my team or if a tech guy left or whatever else. So don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Take one thing, one app, one something you haven't wrapped your head fully around. YouTube it, practice it, Ask somebody for assistance once you have a base knowledge for it, and then you're going to become an expert in it very, very quickly. That's why I was in my stretch zone after came out of my stress zone going, holy macaronis. I want somebody to do it for me. I honestly almost called my tech guy and been like, dude, what's it going to cost? I'll just pay you. Then I'm like, no, figure it out. Work the
I've been
problem.
there.
Understand it.
Thank you for listening. Out of respect for your time, we want to make this show as valuable as possible for you. So if you have any feedback on how we can improve, please let us know. DM us at Allie the Agent and The Shelby Show.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Allie.
I feel the same thing all the time. I'm like, what's your price? Why did you decide, or how do you decide what to figure out on your own versus what to hire out?
I can't be that stupid. Honestly, I can't be that stupid. I can't walk around with a half IQ point. I have to be able to get to the next level, because look at everybody who's successful in life. They have gone through hard times. They have gone through unknowing times. They've gone through broke times. They've gone through rich times, happy times and sad times. But what they did is they persevered. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just going to persevere through this. And I may ultimately have to call somebody, but at least I tried. At least I'm going to make an effort. So let's talk about video. You don't know how to shoot a video. Watch a video about how to shoot a video. There are millions of them. I don't have the right equipment. Yes, you do. You have a smartphone, has more technology in that thing than, stuff in the 1960s or warfare. It's not that difficult. They make the tools simple for you to use. You just have to understand how to physically do them. So go learn and then put it into action, one piece at a time. You don't have to have the whole thing. Just one step, first step, then go to your second, third, and so on forth.
This reminds me of at the Tom Ferry Summit that we went to. It was very, very focused on AI, and it was super cool that just the people that they were interviewing that were on stage practicing, they were like, super young all the way to super old, but they were interviewing this like one kid, and I don't remember his name, but he was young. I want to say like early 20s, and who's like killing it, right? Like he's just killing it with AI, is just a monster. And they were like, what's your biggest advice for those that are like, might be too, they asked him, what do you want to say to the older generation? Because they were talking about like older agents and younger agents. And he said some like, oh my gosh, I wish I could like quote him verbatim.
He said, start running because I'm coming for you. Remember?
Because we're coming for you. Yeah, like the young generation is we're coming for you. Like, and the whole crowd was just like, oh, because there are like a lot of older agents there too.
And it doesn't have to be about age,
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't. Know that you're.
Oh, shots fired back.
You're up with it though.
Funny ass.
Hey, you started it. We're doing
I did. No, it's true though. The AI thing is like what I talked about years ago before AI came out. I said, do video. Everyone fought back. No, I don't want to do video. I don't need to do video. Now I see a lot of agents in my local community that are older, and I don't know who's writing these scripts for these poor humans. They look like monkeys on strings. And I'm like, this isn't really you. I know you. But they're just doing what they're told. So do you think that AI they're going to be able to adapt to it? Because they're clunky as all right now on video. And yes, the younger generation is going to come for you. And AI is very easy to utilize. Go to Pinterest and type in ChatGTP prompt codes or ChatGTP cheat sheets. It's laid out for you in English right there on how to do this stuff. Pay the $20, get the ChatGTP for. It'll be completely tuned into you, your business, your team, your brokerage, whatever it is. And they're going to write you specific things for your business that's going to benefit your business based upon the questionnaire that you fill out when you sign up. So why would you not spend $20 to have your personal assistant draft up scripts for YouTube videos, TikTok ideas, Instagram stories, put together an ebook, write an event template for an event you want to throw for clientele? I mean, what are letters for vendors to partner with? Do you guys do marketing together? Set up a video shoot schedule with the most likely businesses to interview for local real estate needs. I mean, whatever it's going to be, favorite parks and all this. I mean, it's around you everywhere, man. You want to talk about easy technology? You guys have iPhones or not?
For sure.
Yes, no.
Yes.
Go to your Google Maps really quickly.
Oh,
pull
my
up your
phone's
Google
downstairs.
Maps.
Al, you got to do this for us.
It's going to be, it's on your mobile side. So I'll walk everybody through who's listening to this. When you
Okay.
pull up your maps, right? You're going to go, map out something. It says search, and then right below it says work, restaurants, gas, coffee, so on and so forth. Now, have you guys ever slid that to the side? I did that by accident, and it was a glorious find. And no, everyone's laughing at me, but you can shut up. And I found parks, I found attractions, I found all kinds of cool stuff. Movies, museums, libraries, nightlife, art, gyms, parks, all kinds of stuff. So I said, okay, let's go to attractions. Then all of a sudden it pulled up all the attractions that were around me. And now those just became a video topic for every attraction that's in the area. So like, here's one right here. It's Castle Rock National Recreation Area. I actually know this place. It's where they do hang gliding off of. But not a lot of people, I've never seen a real estate agent make any videos about this. I mean, local restaurants and coffee shops. I Googled local business spotlight. Nobody's doing this. I go out, I shoot a 30 to 46 second video with a 7-second tail on it with, promoting the business, local business spotlight, using Google Maps to find the local businesses. Every single person has literally thanked me, hugged me, and given me stuff out of their store for filming, because I go back to them, right? And then they're like, oh my God, and they hug you for this. There was a program that was a number of years old, and there was a guy. Again, this goes back to technology. And he was in some sort of sales business. And he said that he went out to get his business. He had no money, right? So he went out to 52 different local businesses, one a week. And he highlighted those businesses on his social media, in paid advertising, look up like $20, $10, nothing big, right? What he would do, he would ask them, when is your slowest time of year? And they would say spring, summer, fall, whatever, right? Whatever the business is. And so he said, great, I'm going to come and highlight you during your lowest time of year to promote something when your next season is going to come around. He said, on average, every one of those businesses would give him a referral once a year. Now, I didn't know that was true until 3 days ago when I walked into one of the liquor stores that I partnered up with, where I put one of my banners on their counter. And the owner looks at me and goes, hey, Greg. I'm like, yeah, what's up, brother? It's like, hey, you should be expecting a call because they gave your card to one of the guys who came in and saw your stuff. And so I referred you out. That's one business. Imagine if I'm going to get all the way through 52 and I keep recycling and building, then doubling down and putting people in collections, right? Imagine the power at a zero cost basis using your phone. And I mean, I use the Holly Landlark M1 microphones. They're about 100 to 130 bucks. They're dual lavaliers, wireless. And I just walk around and I just interview local businesses or say something I love. And that power, by helping a local business, there was this fresh fruit place I did 2 days ago. The lady, I walk in, I'm like, hey, ma'am, I like to video your place. Not going to cost you anything. Here's the past work that I've done, blah, blah, blah. And she got up, hugged me with tears after I showed it to her, goes, my business is so slow. Anything would help. And I'm like, holy fargan noodles. And so I'm like, we just struck pay dirt on this because you're getting the law of reciprocity to kick in with you by paying it forward without asking anything in return. Tony Robbins has stated many times that business is not just business. Business is a spiritual game. You have to give without asking for anything in return. And that's how our team is operated, is always give first, receive later.
I have a question.
Yes, in the front.
Okay, in the front. With that, when you do a video and you're highlighting them, like, does it pop up on their Google business page? So if someone were to, search and want to go to, I don't know, the flower shop, whatever, then you know how it shows pictures and videos and reviews and stuff like that. Yours would pop up that video. And does it tie to your page too? I'm just
that is something I did not think about, but that is a freaking awesome idea. Because what I do is I go back and show them the video. So I'm going to go back and show them the video again. Like, hey guys, you have a Google business page? Here, give me your best email. I'll email it out to you so you have it. That is a phenomenal add-on, Shelby. Awesome freaking work right there.
You said it was small. You said I wasn't smart. No, just kidding. Okay, go. Yeah, no, I like that because I was thinking that for their business page, but it can also help you too. If you're the one who uploads it and then tags it from your own business profile. Because if you are doing it from your agent profile, your agent, Google My Business, whatever it's called these days, then in theory, when people click on, they would see that it's you and they could click on you and it would go to your page anyway. Maybe?
I don't know. I haven't
I don't
explored
know.
that, but something that I am doing with it is I am taking it. I run it through ChatGPT. I get a title and a tagline. Do you guys use the program on ChatGPT, the plugin that's AIPRM by any chance?
No, please tell me what that is. Unless Allie, do you? You know?
No.
Nope, neither
So
of us.
it's a Google plugin, so it's AIPRM. It's a ChatGPT prompts program. I mean, in their public sector right now, they have 4,438 prompts. And in the free version, what I've done with this thing is I took my favorite one that I have saved and I use for all my YouTube videos. And it is freaking insane. It basically what it is a YouTube SEO title description with tag generator. Now, why is that important? Well, because you get searched by your tags, your video tags. And it also creates the most SEO title description, which you can place in there. You don't have to overthink. You just write out a title that you think you like, and it will change it. It will tell you why they changed it and what's the best one. Give you the tags and description. So you just create the content, which, by the way, is even easier than you actually think. Here's the hack on that. So if you guys are in front of a computer right now, listening to my voice or watching this video, I want you to open up a separate tab very quickly. I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to type in, 5 reasons to live in, fill in the name, or best reasons to live in, fill in the name of the city. And then see who has the most ranked views. And the way you can rank them is you go to the upper, if you're a Mac, it's going to be on your left side. Or you're a PC, it's going to be on your right side. It says filters. Click on filters. They're going to drop down. Far right side, it's going to say view count. Click on view count. It's going to rank
You're
it from
so
highest
fast.
to lowest.
Greg, you talk so fast.
Sorry.
Keep up, Shelby.
I know. Okay. It's okay. Keep going. You got this. Yeah. Go.
Yeah. Can we start again? Okay, yeah, that'd be good.
From the top.
Oh, I'm back to
From
the
that
slow
top.
one. Oh, okay.
All right, so here it is. Go to YouTube. Let's do this together really. So we'll slow it down a little bit, right? Go to YouTube and Shelby, pick a city that you work in, and then Allie, pick a city that you work in. It doesn't have to be specific, just a city. So type in real estate in blah, or top reasons why to move to blah, or best realtor in blah. Just pick something. Then let's find our filter button. And then let's go and select the drop down where it says rank by views. Should be on the right hand. When the drop down takes place, far right hand side, probably second or third down.
Oh my God. I'm with you this time, Greg. Thank you.
I'm speaking at your level. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So then you click on rank by views, and then it's going to recalibrate. Now, you're going to be able to see what some of them are going to be paid ads, some are going to be like major news organizations. Go down and find a title that you go like, it's a lot of freaking views, man. Here's the cool part. Now, here's another ad in we need to talk about as well. vidIQ, VIDIQ. It's a Google plugin, very easy to use. What it's going to do, it's going to attach itself to your YouTube channel. And when you type in those videos, or you see any video anywhere that you like that you want to do a story on, they will show you the video tags on vidIQ on the right-hand side, but I digressed. So we're back looking at the videos. We select the video that we like, right? Great. You can now grab all those video tags with the vidIQ on the right-hand side. You can grab the title of this video, copy, paste, right? R&D, rip off and duplicate. Now you can recreate that exact same video that's got those amazingly high views with the same video tags, with the same title, with a new face, new personality. This is the easiest hack ever. Then you go to ChatGPT and you ask it to create a list of the top 7 videos I should make about said city.
Mm-hmm.
Comes up those, search those in YouTube, figure out where they're ranking. Now you have your shoot list. Then you just go out there, create a video a week on a local business or amenity or park or museum or rec area, playground. Maybe don't shoot playgrounds in any sort of that word, but don't film, don't shoot, don't go anywhere near playgrounds.
Even that I wouldn't do.
Playgrounds. Yeah, I thought about it, but then I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to be a 6'5" dude with a video camera next to a playground. Ooh, I see cops on my future real quick. Okay, we're going to stick to museums. But those are
Okay.
some of the ways that I have been able to hack this because a lot of us, if you think about it, we hustle and grind. Me doing over 700,000 cold calls, two to 300,000 door knocks, so on and so forth. That gets tiring. It's laborious. What if you could create, and this is what I say about videos, they are living business cards. When you're sleeping, they're working. When you're up, you're creating. But no matter what, somewhere, someone in the world is searching for something that you created. Now it's your job to make yourself visible. And with vidIQ, I use TubeBuddy to help me sort and search and monetize and all the videos on the back end. Very cool program. And then, CapCut to do some of the edits. You're looking at, a couple $100 a year. That's it. And you don't need a video editing team anymore. You can be your own editing team.
You know what's so funny? As I was going through these steps, I put best reasons to live in Tucson, Arizona. What
Mhm.
popped up as the most viewed was 10 reasons why you should never move to Phoenix. Not even
Yep.
my own city, like a different
Yep.
MLS. And of course, it's negative because negative sells. But yeah, the description here starts off with Phoenix is a lousy place. If you live there, this is no surprise. So, and as I'm like kind of scrolling through the video, not once do I even see the author's face. It's all just B-roll, which is
Yeah.
crazy. And I'm sure maybe he's talking behind the scenes, but this got almost 700,000 views, but
How many years
what,
back though?
2 years.
That's
Oh,
an
what did you say?
amazing. You can take that and copy that. That's one of the best selling things is like 10 reasons not to move to San Francisco. 7 reasons you have to not live in Concord, California. You know,
Yeah.
It shit
Wow.
goes through the roof on visibility. And that's what your whole goal is, to be visible, because people appreciate transparency and honesty. Because everyone's like, oh my God, you moved to my city. It's the most beautiful thing. It's fantastic. Nobody ever gets hurt. There's no crime. We don't even get
Barf.
cats stuck in the tree. This is like the perfect place. You get there and you're like,
Yeah.
I just got carjacked. What are you talking about?
Yo, real quick, this podcast is not free. Cost of admission is sharing with a buddy who'd benefit or throwing it on your Instagram story. Tag us, we'll reshare that shit.
Yeah.
It-
Or my favorite is like taking negatives or taking positives, but like framing them to be negative sounding, if that makes sense. Like, well, if you
Yep.
don't like the sun, if you don't like being outdoors, you're not going to like Tucson. I'm like, oh my God, gross.
If you don't like dogs, stay away from a zoo.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. But it is something that, with the way that the reason I say this at CapCut, when I first got it, I was intimidated by it, but it's so intuitive. At the bottom, you can shoot video, edit it. It's like when you want to edit something or add music in, you can feel the screen will give it a little bump. It knows exactly where to edit everything in together, and it comes through seamlessly. And if I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out. But that gives you the ability to, if you don't want to do super fancy editing for these videos, put your name above you, put your phone number above you, put your brand above you, put a couple little, circles or, arrows pointing at things. Make it very simplistic, but tell people why you're calling and highlight the business. And you can do it. You could probably sit on the couch, watch half a TV show, and have at least 1 to 2 videos done.
What are the apps that you're using, like on the daily or the weekly?
For what though?
For, I guess we could do video. We'll do like this realm, whether it be marketing, video, newsletters you mentioned before we hit record. So basically like tech/marketing.
So Instagram is one that I use quite a bit, and it's not the way you think to use it. I stumbled upon this fun little thing. Go to let's see if I can find it where it needs to be. Can you do this? Has to be in a story, right? So if you see, not a story, but if you see someone posting something, there are those 3 little buttons on the right-hand side. Click those 3 little buttons, and some of them will allow you to do it. Some of them won't. And there's a little button that says sequence right here. And what it does, it is uniquely hilarious, because if you find something funny or interesting or memorable, and it has a sequence, when you hit the 3 little buttons, you will then be able to take that. It will play what you liked, and then it will pop you in right at the end. So I did one, since you guys are ex-military, serving members. There was for Memorial Day, or which one did we just have a couple of weeks ago? Labor Day. I think it was Labor Day or Memorial Day. There was a guy, he was in a back of a plane flying over the ocean with the tail down, sitting in a lounge chair, obviously strapped in with harnesses. And I'm like, that is a freaking awesome view. So I just clicked on the camera, hit the sequence button. It played that part. Then it popped to me and I said, oh, dang, that is one heck of a view. Look at that. If you guys are looking for a better view, give me a call. My name's Greg. We should talk about real estate. 925, 915, 1978. Have a blessed and powerful weekend.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
please go through these steps again.
We're so slow. It's both of us. Allie, you're with me in this. Okay.
Okay, so let's
how do we do
say,
this?
let's see if I can find one here. Okay, so this is my buddy James, the Zillow Killer. Okay, you guys ever heard of the Zillow Killer? If you
for
haven't,
real.
Should we look him up? The Zillow.
oh yeah,
Killer?
James. Oh yeah, you need to have him on your show. He is. If you
Okay.
want to talk about AI, this man has been on the forefront of it beyond all words. I'll give you an introduction off air. He's also a dear friend of mine. So his little video popped up. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. So I'm talking to you guys.
The Zillow. I typed in the Zillow Killer and
No,
I don't.
the Zillow
Oops, sorry.
Killer. Or just
The-
type in Zillow Killer. Actually,
Zillow Killer.
all one word.
Oh, okay. He's James Rembrandt?
Yep, that's James. That's my
Okay,
buddy.
perfect.
So when I popped up his
There.
thing, you see the sequence button right here.
Okay, got it. For those that
I
are
press
not watching
sequence.
this,
Now watch. It's
wait,
watch.
I'm
So
not
now
there
it just
yet.
showed how long it's
Oh.
going to go. Now you
Is
can
it-
shorten it at the bottom too, because I'm like, okay, James is talking too much. I'm going to shorten that down. Okay, James, yada 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 yada. Okay, just for this example, we're going to move him along. Oh, son of a. Okay, watch. So now he's going to be playing. He's going to be talking. We're so interested. We really like it. And then watch, kabow. Here we are. Oh, well, that goes to mean then it hits next. And then I'm like, okay,
Right.
that's how much I want. And then I start the filming, blah, 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 shmow, shmow.
okay, totally
did
got
that,
it.
right?
Shelby, he originally said story, but this is reel, so it's not an
Reels.
Instagram story. These
Reel.
are reels in your feed.
Reels.
Top right,
Okay.
and then click sequence,
dots.
which is similar to TikTok's like remix. Is it? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
But okay, yes, it's a way to like capture attention. Then boom, actually, this is my story. Yeah,
Well,
this is
I have a
brilliant.
question. Do you have to like approve that, or can anyone like go and take anything from anyone on
As long-
Instagram?
Some of them don't allow it. Some of them do. I'm assuming there's some sort of permission in the
Ooh.
back end. But I'm looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger's face in like some 80s hair band's hair singing, doing something. And if I thought that was funny, I would have just posted it being like, there's my father back in the 80s. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about real estate. You know, it's just something funny that gets people moving. Like I had a video, if you guys go to I think it's my Instagram, there were a bunch of old people dancing around to I'm going to take off all my clothes, that song. And then I just popped in. I'm like, oh, no nudity. Not in my open houses. This is not how I do my real estate. If you guys want to talk about real estate and a professional, give me a call. And it's humorous. It's got like 1,000+ views on the thing. And you're just stealing other people's content. The first one I did was a guy pouring, I'm going to guess, probably 50 drinks at one time. He had a huge stack of them. And he poured them all in perfectly. I was honest. I had to watch it 3 times just because my jaw hit the ground. And then it kicked to me and I was like, oh, dang, that man can pour drinks. I can sell real estate. We need to talk. And it just gets the conversation going. So for apps that I'm using this one for humor and fun and engagement, because if you stay in front of folks the most and as often as possible with the shortest amount of time taken out of their day, you become an asset, not a liability. Because if you just sit there and watch a whole hour-long podcast, I don't have the time. 4 seconds, I got 4 to 7 seconds. I can do this.
Hey, do you guys, either of you know about how, there's those like reaction videos?
Mhm.
How is that the same thing where you can do like the sequence
Yeah.
and you can just like react as it's happening?
I would assume so. I mean, the reaction videos, I see a lot of gentlemen who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, reacting to people who know what they're talking about. And these individuals get hundreds of thousands of views of someone else's content. So someone else goes out and films, records, researches. They come in, they pillage the information they like, add their commentary to it, and they move on. And people, I mean, there's one guy I watch. I don't know if he's like an ex-rapper or something, but he seems like a nice guy, but he is not politically savvy. And he just loves to just say, I don't know. I'm like, then why am I watching you? what the heck? But the point is that the viewership counts because people like you. So if people are already following you and you're bringing them some additional information that with your flair on it, that's a very big thing. Like the whole thing going on with NAR right now, per this recording. There's a lot of stuff happening with the whole buyer agency, stuff like that. And there's major brokerages dropping out of NAR. They're going to lose up to 1 million members potentially. So why aren't we all covering that in, reaction videos? Why aren't we talking to the people who view our videos about what's going on in our industry? So you present the facts, give your opinion, move on with the story. It's the content's done for you. You don't have to research anything. Shelby, why aren't you guys doing this?
Well, first of all, I didn't know I could do it. I just saw other people doing it, and I was like, that's something maybe one day I'll look into. So now I know. Thank you very much. I guess, I feel like I would have to be seeing the video for the first time in order to do the reaction, authentically. You know what I mean? And so then I want someone to feed me. Is this something, can I plug it into ChatGPT and be like, send me the, top 10 best videos based on whatever. And then I could do an authentic reaction.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. It's your chat. You teach it what you want. Why not? I mean, it's the previous versions won't do it, but the newer versions will.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure.
Okay.
Allie, do you have anything on this?
I looked it up. For those that didn't realize that you could turn off the settings, I believe that they're automatically on. So yeah, you just go to your profile, the top 3 lines on the right-hand side, go to settings, and then do not allow remixes if what you think you're saying is therefore people can't make fun of you. I don't know why you wouldn't turn it on. I think it's fun. Plus you're putting your out there anyway. It's already out there forever. So
exactly. Ooh. I do have another app if you guys want to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
And my new co-host.
We hate fun.
I hate fun.
No.
Well, Allie, you met her, Alyssa Glutz, who's my new co-host on Real Estate Uncensored, right?
Love her. Yeah, she's cool.
Has been cracking me up. Why she's been uploading, stealing my photos off of my Instagram and Facebook and then uploading into this app. And the app is Remini. It's Remini. So that's Remini. It's a free app. You can upload your photos to it, and this is so freaking fun. It's kind of scary, but it's fun. And then you can select what kind of what do you want to look like, right? Do you want to be a pirate? Do you want to be a princess? Do you want to be a fairy? Do you want to be a hillbilly with a mullet? There's all kinds of stuff, right? And then you can create stuff. And actually, you guys are the first ones to know this. My profile, is it Facebook or Instagram? It is an AI profile. Oh yeah, my Instagram, that photo of me in Venice. Yeah, that's for me. Remini. My profile photo on Facebook. Yeah, that's from Remini.
Dude, that's actually really funny. Before this, I was pulling up your Instagram profile too, and I was like, oh, he got a new picture. He's looking sleek. So it's pretty funny.
What she's saying is you look like right now.
Yeah, it's exactly what she's saying. It's
in your photo, you look different.
And the camera must love you because in person, we got expectations to be lower. All right.
Cool. I have been looking for this for a long time, so thank you.
Alyssa actually puts together little videos, and I don't know the system she uses, but she plug this stuff in. Any of my stories that you guys may have seen, where it's me and Alyssa bouncing around in there, she's created those all on her phone, all at a zero cost basis. And so for new listings is a really good thing. You could really use that on. CapCut is an insanely, if you get into CapCut, 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 they have templates in there, all kinds of very funny shorts, that you can put in there. It's hilarious. It's simple. As long as you don't use their pro products, it's a free program, and the free version is just fine to start out. And some of the videos are hilarious. Remember the first Jurassic Park? And at the very beginning, they're in the Jeep, and she's just going to see the big old Stegosaurus or whatever the big giant dinosaur is. And she's in the car, and he turns her head, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And she sees the dinosaur. Well, you can do the same thing, and now put your logo or your face there. She pops up, it goes to a green screen, you fill in your photo or your brokerage image or anything, and it's just humorous. It's funny. People will laugh, and they'll keep you in mind. You're not having to put a lot of work into this stuff. It's just fun.
Are you, with your behind the scenes, do you have like any virtual assistants or any assistants who are helping you? Or is it like you and technology every day?
I
What
have my
is,
team manager who runs all the transactional side. She writes the contracts, does the communications. I'm only brought in and if there's a fire or something I have to handle. She'll do everything with the other agent and the clients, but I'll set them up. She knocks them down essentially, and then all this stuff I just do on my own. I don't employ anybody. I did employ multiple different companies for a while, but they were costing me like $2,500 a month, and the product was subpar. They never listened or wanted to innovate, so I decided to part ways. So I said, "Well, you've been real, you've been fun, but you haven't been real fun. So adios." And so I bailed out of there and I said, okay, I'm just going to learn by myself. That goes back to my original statement of learning the technology so you can be proficient on your own in case something happens, right? So if you want the technology and you want the assistance, my buddy Michael Fielden over at your RE Support or Support Geeks, that's what they are. He and his team have helped me beyond words. I mean, with my technology. When I got my new computer, he's like, yeah, Greg, just send me a login and I'll get you set up. Make sure both the computers are plugged in and here's a cable. I'm like, okay. And so he brought one computer over to another computer. It was like the same computer in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, that's just one of the things. So for my support, that's who I'd go to is Michael over at Support Geeks.
I have one more question before we head into wrap
Sure.
up is, so you're like a machine. You were just go, we were talking before where it's like you pick a topic and you can just talk and go a million miles an hour. I'm curious about kind of like your energy and your energy engineering. So like, do you have lag or you go like this all the time? How do you sustain this level of energy?
Good question. I've literally have never been asked that. It's a self-driving thing, honestly. I know that I'm better than what I am today, and I want to chase my future success by putting in the work right now. I went through a period in time when I was a full-blown alcoholic. I would sleep all day, drink all day. I'd get up at 6 a.m., start drinking. I would sleep until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. My life went to okay? It was horrible. And so I saw what life could be on that side. And I stopped drinking hard alcohol. I stopped being a degenerate. I'm up at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning every day, up and moving. I'm at the computer researching, look at different properties, what the MLS is doing, taking a look at TikTok, taking a look at what's trending, figuring out my shoot lists, so that when I hit the ground running, my mind can already be moving forward in regards to what I want to achieve. Brian Tracy had a great little monologue that I'll never forget a part of it. He says, whatever you place your mind at, you'll succeed. So if you have a $10 problem, you get a $10 solution. $1,000 problem, $1,000 solution. $1,000,000 problem, $1,000,000 solution. Your brain will figure it out as long as you give it the ability to do so and stop overthinking it. Become calm, become peaceful with your situation. When I went down to $35 to my name back about 20 years ago, I had nowhere to go. The only thing I could do was work. So I remember that time. I still have my socks from then because I sewed my socks by my own hand because I couldn't afford new socks. I now wear different colored socks every time I dress up to remind me of the times I couldn't afford a new pair of socks. And so the socks have holes everywhere on them. So when it comes to the energy, it comes from knowing how horrible it is to be that broke and have nothing to lean on except for yourself. You guys know this from the military. No doesn't exist. I can't does not exist. You just do. And I had to do. So my energy derives from never wanting to go back into that lack mindset and lack mobility or inability to proceed forward. So it's not a pill. It's not a regimen. It's not some sort of fluffy drink I drink every morning. It's not some workout routine. It's just knuckling up and just making the day my and then going home and rewarding myself with a beer and a story. And that's my motivation. That's what pushes me forward because I want my freaking beer at the end of the day. That is what drives me because that is I made it important to me. So if you guys are not drinkers, then great. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's spend time with your kids, your spouse, walk your dog. Maybe it could be going for a swim, going for a run, a hike, spending some time in a book that you really want to get some more, time in. Find whatever motivates you and give yourself the reward to enjoy that. But you have to do certain things throughout the day. So that is my energy. That is my power. And that is why I do what I do.
Thank you for sharing that. That was powerful. When you say you make your day, you make the day your,
Mhm.
how do you quantify that? Is it like a weekly, daily, or daily thing? What kind of, yeah, how do you quantify that?
Or is it like a feeling of like, yeah, what is it? Apple listeners, this short pause is to ask you for a review. Here's how to do it. Back out of the specific episode, go to the page where you see all the episodes, scroll down, keep scrolling. Perfect. Now tap those 5 stars. Thank you so much. Back to the show.
So it's both. And ladies, I appreciate the question. So when I quantify it is I make it out, and I'm really scientific about it. I mark out how many no's I get every single day on the napkins, right? I keep these napkins around me so I can see them in front of me, so I can see my successes. You can put them in a CRM. I mean, that's great. Do that. I do this so I can physically feel it, touch it, and see it, right? So if I get 50 no's, which is about 18 to 2,000 phone calls a day, then that is my on my phone calls. Then I move on to my videos. Shoot one video a day, edit one video a day, have one powerful conversation with a person every single day, have 5 semi powerful calls with a person, people every single day, and then try to inspire somebody to be the best version of themselves. That then is my day. And if I achieve that, when I achieve that, I can go do whatever the hell I want for the rest of the day, if I had the time in my schedule, and I reward myself with the time. So I'll go explore a new park with my dog, right? Go try something new. Drive out and try a new Mexican restaurant or something like that. And it's just those small things. If you get told no 50 times, I will guarantee you, I'll cut off my left pinky, hypothetically, if you don't get business from it. But I will tell you, you get 50 no's every single day. You do that for 6 months. Start today, or as soon as you hear my voice, mark it out in 60 days, call me back, and don't tell me if you do not have as much business as you can possibly handle that you're going to have to offload to other people. Even if you're like, you can close at 1%, you'll be swimming in business. And the reason why is because everybody else has fallen off because they didn't see the instant success. When this is farming, this is not the instant noodles in the microwave. It takes a little time to get there.
This is such a good list because it's, the lead generation, there's the marketing and building your personal brand and maintaining relevancy. And then the conversations and inspiration probably fill your cup. You're learning something from the powerful one and the semi-powerful ones. You're inspiring someone else. So it's like that monkeys in a barrel analogy, that it's like, if you're helping someone else and someone else is helping you, then you feel this like equilibrium in your life. Yep. And then the part that I loved most about it, that I really struggle with, is that you said, once I do those things, I've had a successful day, and then I can go hang out with my dog, go to the park or whatever. One of the things that I struggle with is that the list is so long. I could work for every single hour of every single day for the next 5 years and everything on the list wouldn't be done. And so I have a hard time of like, oh, I have accomplished what I wanted for the day because my day, it's just so much. Does that make sense?
It does, and that's something that I struggled with as well for quite some time. I think I've told both of you guys this in different interviews, but this one resonates so hard with me. Is my father has been a top broker in 3 different states, 60 years in the business, but he worked so hard that his retina detached from his eye, and he was left basically blind, and one in Canada and one in the U.S. And because he was stressing out. Look, you can work all that you want. You can put in that time, Shelby. But I want you to remember something, you and Allie together and all the listeners. The day you have right now is never coming back. The interactions, this podcast, these stupid jokes that we've had, they're never coming back. We can never recreate them. So every opportunity, every interaction, every reaction you have is unique to that exact second. So what if you were able to give yourself some latitude and some grace and say, you know what, I'm going to live a better version of my life. And everyone, they say, well, how can you say that, Greg? And I'll say, it's really simple. Everyone goes out and builds a business plan. I'm going to be this, right? Big bad girl or guy. But what is that going to do to your actual life, your family life? What's that going to do to you as a human? Do you want gray hair at 20? Congratulations. I can show you the path. But why don't you do this instead? Why don't you go out and build a life plan and then build a business plan around it. So like me, you guys know me. I'm barefoot 90% of the time wherever I go. And if not flip-flops, and I have to, I'll wear running shoes. I wear shorts, sweatshirts, baseball hats, and I don't give a what you think about me. And that is my reality. So I said, okay, this is what I want to look like. This is who I want to be. This is how I want to operate my life. So then I just took a business plan and built it around me, around my lifestyle. And guess what? I don't stress out at all. I tell people I'm showing up in baseball hat and shorts with my dog. Everybody accepts it. Everybody loves it. People even tell me, Greg, this is the first dog that's ever been in my house. I'm like, well, you got the best of the first run. But my lifestyle is reflective of my business and my mindset and my interactions because I'm not stressed out. I'm not losing hair. I do have gray hair. I'm just old. Thank you, Shelby and Allie. But I will tell you this, I have not been so calm in a long time because I know what my life, I want it to look like. If you want to be in the three-piece suit or the $10,000 dress or with the $50,000 bag with a chauffeur in New York City, you'll probably get robbed these days, but go for it. If you want to live a simpler life, go for it. If you want to live on a sailboat, go for it. Build a life plan, build your business plan around it, ladies and gentlemen. You will see a success and a happiness and a calmness that you can't experience otherwise. So give me your feedback. Hit me up. Hit Shelby. Hit Allie up. Let us know. I would love to see how that turns out for you. Are we good over here?
Dude, we're good. So many thoughts.
We're unmuting too.
Clips. Oh yeah. It takes like 3 seconds for us to unmute. Dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I've been marking all these clips. I'm very excited to have these roll out on our Instagram. What events are you going to this year? Well, this year is almost over, but in the next 12 months,
none.
Yeah, that's.
I'll probably go to like a couple of smaller ones. It's a time suck because here's the thing: if I'm worth $3,500 an hour doing cold calls, and I'm gone for 3 days, how much did I just lose? And so I'll probably go to a couple. I mean, I've been asked quite a bit to go to the more EXP stuff and to go to like maybe a Tom Ferry or something like that. I do like going to those events. Don't get me wrong, and I do pick up tidbits and I do get a lot out of them. But if you're worth $3,500 an hour in calls, door knocks, videos, networking, connections, follow past clients and leads, growing your business, your sphere, and your visibility, what value add in your life does it bring to go stand around with a bunch of real estate agents getting wasted, talking and, a lot of dumb talk going like, man, I was smarter before I walked in this room. I got to go.
When Allie and I, when we go to conferences, we like don't drink and then we're asleep by like 8:30.
Yeah.
That's totally the right way to go.
And then we work out in the morning together.
You know what? My dad told me the first time I went to an event, he said, Greg, I want you to be very clear on this. I'm like, all right. It's like, people are going to be drinking a lot. They're going to be cheating on their spouses and they're going to be acting a fool. This is what we're doing. We're not here to play around. We're not here to party. We're here to work. This is not a fun event. This is a work event. I want you in bed by 8 to 8:30. I want you up by 5. I want you in the gym and I want you down saving our spots in the front row. I said, why in the front row? And he got really serious. He's like, because that's where winners sit. Because if you look around at conferences, all the people taking notes are the people in the front, the very front rows, getting as close as they possibly can to the knowledge. The people in the back, they're on their phones, on their social media, staring at the floor, looking at the sky, doing whatever it is, but they're not soaking in the knowledge. They're just there because they had to do it as a placeholder. And I'm with you guys. It is a work event. Do not drink. Have a couple beers, whatever, but don't get faced.
Yeah.
And then behave yourself on every level. Get your butt up, learn, go home, implement, wash, repeat. I agree with you guys 1,000%.
Greg, how can listeners help you in your business or, podcast or life or everything? What can they do? And what can we do?
Well, first off, keep listening to you two beautiful, intelligent ladies. Every word that comes out of your mouths. I would definitely get a part of 5 pillars, and get a part of your organization. You guys do incredible work, phenomenal leadership over there. If you want to get something from Real Estate Uncensored, go to Real Estate Uncensored, search us anywhere on Spotify, YouTube, podcasts, apps, everywhere. And you know what? Let's connect. If you like what you're seeing, shoot me an Instagram message or a Facebook message. I do check those quite a bit. And if I can assist you or if you have a question, reach out. But I would be honored to have you as a listener, and any referrals for the San Francisco Bay Area, East Bay. I would be honored to work with your clients, but I'm just thankful to have the opportunity to hang out with you guys.
And in case they didn't catch it the first time, again, your Instagram is Greg McDaniel, REU. And if you don't already follow our Instagram account for The Agent Goldmine, The Shelby Show, Allie the Agent, follow us all. We'll follow you back. We'll all be besties forever. Greg, thank you so much again for coming on, sharing your story. And it's super, super powerful. So thank you.
Allie, my distinct pleasure. Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Thank you. And listeners, be a bro and share this show. Bye. Thanks so much for listening, dude. If you want the golden nugget that this guest provided, see the show notes or just go straight to theagentgoldmine.com. That's where we keep all our resources for you. Till next time.